Okay, not like Brandon's thing, because in general, he's pretty good. I am curious to see where this is going. I think my dude said this is like a Bethesda gun in real life, which, how? So I'm curious about that.
Shotguns are based. Combat rifles are also
I'll watch it on my own time, but
based. So what would you get if you took a combat rifle,
also let me know if there's any volume problems. I'm always paranoid about that.
made it a pump action, and added a pump action shotgun underneath it? You'd end up with this. The Crossfire Mark I. It takes the best part of a combat rifle and removes it all to make it an over-under hybrid with a pump action shotgun. Why would you do this? Fuck if I know. But today we're going to take a look at this cursed relic from the assault weapons ban and determine how bad does it suck.
This is an interesting setup. Wait, does it have shells and... What? Wait, it does both? Why? What's even the point? Ah, damn! Shit! Damn it. What? It seems like they just want to make a shotgun. Just make a shotgun. What? I'm talking about modern leveler action guns, and we ended up talking about pump action, and this is what I envisioned. Hybrid pew pew. It's kind of cursed. This doesn't look right. It also jammed on him too. Yeah, that's not a good sign.
A fucking arm workout.
And I think Brandon's generally in decent shape, so him saying it's an arm workout is kind of concerning.
I just try to pump that forward, but it's so sticky
for like
up at
general
the front
use
and doesn't want to lock.
Weak sauce, Brandon.
Finally got it.
Man, this thing looks like it sucks.
Forward, and then I come back, it'll just eject a live round onto the fucking ground.
Huh.
See, you really got to force it forward.
Good lord, this looks like me whenever I try to handle a rifle
the gun doesn't want to
normally.
go into battery because this
Yeah,
gun
it shoots
want
two
to
types of ammo.
Exist. So this, ladies
Shotgun
and gentlemen,
and, like,
is the Crossfire
normal.
Mark I. It is a hybrid pump-action 12-gauge shotgun and pump-action 5.56 rifle, taking AR-15 magazines. No, the AR-15 portion is not semi-auto. Both are pump-action. This bad boy was accurately described by Ian as a creature from the assault weapons ban, and it's fucking terrible. But since it did come out in 1999-ish, what we do have is a
5.56 pump action. Let's go. Yeah.
Video.
Welcome. We would like to introduce to you and to take a few minutes to familiarize you to a new concept in long gun technology, the Crossfire MK1.
This is a joke, right?
The MK1 is the first multi-shot dual-caliber firearm ever
This
produced.
is a joke, right? This isn't their actual video, right?
The MK1 operates differently than any other conventional pump-action firearm.
So the overall premise seems to be a kind of neat gimmick, right? You have an all-in-one weapon system where you have a shotgun up top and you have a rifle down on the bottom.
Was this just made to prove a point?
With a shotgun,
and that's
or reach out a little bit further with a rifle. And altogether, for being two guns jammed into one, it's really not super heavy, which is kind of cool.
This is an actual
don't get
video.
Me wrong, it is still pretty heavy.
Remember 1999? Okay, okay.
It would recoil.
These things have been around that long.
But let me show you how to load it real quick before I tell you why this is literally the worst gun I think I own. I don't throw this word around a lot. I think it's kind of overused, but this is genuinely a cursed gun. So the obvious one down here, we've got the AR-15 magazine. Magazine release is over here on the left side. You push that down, take your magazine out, stick it back in. The shotgun is actually this tube in the rear that acts as your stock. So you get kind of like a chin weld right there on where your magazine is. You depress this little button in the back, and you can pull
Automod
it
goes after
out,
everyone.
which is where you load.
I'm sure with enough time, Automod would get me too.
Into this tube here. That's already stuck. Nice.
If I actually
60% of the time,
what I was saying.
It works every time.
I think it was made because they could, but never asked if they should.
This tube holds 4 rounds. Don't use them all in one place, I guess. You have our button here on the side. In the middle is safe. This is what disables the trigger. And then you can choose between shotgun at the top and rifle down on the bottom. So now you know the basics on how to work the gun. Now my favorite part.
Well, I get the rifle shot like a normal
shit. Now the typical pump-action shotgun, like this shorty Remington 870 that we have here, you pump it, and then when it's forward, it locks, unless you depress a little lever. The Mossbergs have it in a different place, but the Remington 870 has it right here. So it's locked till you depress that lever, and then you can freely pump the shotgun as necessary. Or pull the trigger, in which case,
if you wanna see another pew pew YouTuber, Remy Springs,
and then be able to eject the cartridge and load a new one. So
love that pump sound. Yeah, no, it's cool.
Just kidding. Gun's clear, of course. There's no ammunition in it, but you can fire, and that doesn't unlock your pump, because why would it? There is no lever or obvious mechanism on here to unlock the pump manually.
Who designed this?
At the front, where you have to pull these tabs forward
to
be able to release the pump, and then lock it back.
Oh my gosh, that
with a lot of force, because the pump action is spring-loaded.
That does not sound good at all.
In the direction that keeps the pump out of battery. It is impossible for me to tell you how infuriating that is. So yeah, you literally have to pull on this tab from both sides, not just one. So there's two sides.
This pump sounds like a bad EDM
pull
song.
Forward, and then
it's such a strange design. It really is.
Releases. There you go. Now it releases.
Good
or
Lord.
My favorite one. You can also just decide to shake it violently, and then it'll release. It's actually easier just to twist and shake it to get it to pump, which is why I think it releases under recoil. I guess that's a feature. If you already hate this gun, don't worry, we're just getting started.
Not gonna lie, not very impressed with this gun so far. That's why I'm gonna take a little break and talk about something else. Firearm storage. As you can tell, I'm a pretty big fan of putting guns on display. But depending on your situation, you might need something a little more secure.
It does. It really does. It sounds like a toy.
New sponsor, Vera Safety. They have a variety of options for rifle, shotgun, and pistol storage. It's biometric, and it has a manual override if you're concerned about that sort of thing. Here's my Carry 43S, and they're reach safe. Biometric scanner's right there, so all I have to do is press my finger there, and it releases in 0.2 seconds.
That's so cool.
Also stores up to 10 fingerprints. So you can add yourself, your wife, a trusted friend.
Shake it violently to release. It's not a bug, it's a feature.
One of your 10 fingerprints, just in case. But if you want to check them out,
Looks
you
like
can save
explode after a
$30
few
in your
shots,
purchase using the code Herrera. Links are in the description and the pinned comment. We appreciate Vera Safety. Back to the video.
ADD break.
Wait, what was it
this
called?
White Claw penetration test is actually going
to It sounds almost like Vara. Okay, it almost sounds like Vera.
Interesting because we're going to see the difference in energy between both the rifle part and the shotgun part at close distance. All right, so let's start with rifle.
We'll have to watch it in Discord afterwards. I'm curious to watch it with you guys, and we can catch up on some Caleb stuff maybe.
There we go. Hopefully that works. All right, firing rifle. 3, 2,
It probably was
1.
rage bait.
Well, it seems to have done the trick. Switch over to shot. Oh, I forgot. I gotta fucking pump it first. Except, fuck me. Gotta pump it first.
God damn.
To be able to switch it over to shotgun, so that I can fucking pump it again.
Oh my god, this design sucks.
3,
hey,
2,
Rusty.
1. Yeah, all right. Blew the fucker in half.
It is not a good option
so we
for
have
home
our
defense.
Rifle round.
No.
Of course, had no issue dispatching the White Claw. And the
I don't even know
round,
if it's funny.
Well, did shotgun things. But enough about the shotgun for now. Let's go to the other half of this bastard hybrid gun. Let's go to the rifle set.
That's worse.
So before we even get started on the pump part of this,
because like, why would you do that?
Our magazine, because this bad boy usually comes with 10 to 20 round magazines, which makes sense. It was the assault weapons ban. You couldn't exactly put these out with 30 round magazines. You know, the same assault weapons ban that showed no decrease in crime whatsoever. That 10-year period where assault weapons actually got banned.
Yeah,
didn't fucking change anything. Gun laws don't work. Wild.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Anyhow, this really needs to run with 20 round or fewer magazines.
I don't actually remember.
If you try to throw standard capacity magazines or drums in this, despite the fact that they fit and it's advertised to fit with standard capacity magazines, it actually adds so much friction to the pump action. It's because it's so tight that it won't run. So they fit, and you can use them, they just don't work. That's like asking if a ride at an amusement park is safe for someone with a heart condition, and they say yes, and then they put in a little caveat, as long as you don't mind having a fucking heart attack.
Oh, good lord.
What's most infuriating about this is actually, and I believe this is how they did it.
He's getting like legit mad.
Gun, that never ended up making it to market. You could have just run a gas tube here. I mean, you've got an AR-15 style bolt right here. Like, this is an AR-15 bolt. That is an AR-15
It might have been a
bolt
12
locking
gauge
into an
for
AR-15.
this one, but still. The more he talks about it, the more frustration he feels. Yeah, I would not be surprised if he just throw it on the ground. Brandon being heated sounds hilarious. It really does.
With an AR-15 barrel, not like all of the guts are right there already. You just need to run a gas tube to actually run the action, some sort of gas key there to make this semi-automatic.
Someone who's like an actual gunsmith who made like his AK-50. This must be melting his brain.
And then the rest of it is semi-automatic.
Because if I think it looks dumb,
ammunition, which, like I said, I'm pretty sure that's the way the original prototypes
be having
were
way
supposed to
more
work. But apparently that was too
issues with
difficult
this.
because these people were shitters and they couldn't figure it out. So they just said, fuck you, the entire thing is pump action because we can't figure out the bare fucking minimum. So yeah, we have an AR-15 on the bottom that can take standard capacity AR-15 mags, but don't fucking do it because it won't work.
It really is
By
like
the
a
way, it's
Bethesda
pump
game,
action
buggy,
only because
pointless,
we
and
couldn't figure out
frustrating.
how to make
Yeah.
it semi-auto because fuck you, we don't care. By the way, the price point
But
on this
you
thing
don't have the
was
fans
$2
going in the
fucking
mod
grand
to
when
save it.
came out. Right, it wasn't $2 grand. It was like $1,900 in 1999.
Good
For
lord!
reference, you could still buy AKs for like $300, $400.
Why?
The Ferrari at the time of shotguns, the Spas 12, you can buy for like $1,400, $1,500. And this piece of shit was $2 fucking grand. That's like paying good money for a high-end blue chip hooker and getting your Uncle Jerry in a banana hammock instead.
This seems like a ripoff.
You could buy a nice shotgun and a nice AR for less than you would spend on this, both put together in a way that doesn't really fucking work. And if you thought the shotgun was bad, just wait till you see the rifle.
What company did this?
I was
What else do they
genuinely having
make?
to dump out live rounds because I was not getting enough momentum.
$1,900 for that. That's a
to get it all
ripoff,
the way
even for
forward.
$19.99. Yeah.
And I would have to come back in order to get
It'd be
the
worse than
momentum to go all the
$19.99.
way into battery, eject the live round I just almost loaded, and then
You
have to
can't
give
even
it a
play with
shitload
it,
of ass
though.
just to go forward.
You
Or,
can't,
know,
like, really
I could just
use
have a
it because
semi-auto.
it sucks to use.
So if you've been thinking this whole time, Brandon, you're really exaggerating about how bad this, the pump is on this pump action. It can't be that bad.
We saw
just
you
put your
struggling in
hands
the
on it.
beginning. I don't think you're exaggerating.
This is a pump action shotgun. This is actually a Serbu Super Shorty modified Remington 870. This is how easy a pump action shotgun should be. That is a normal pump action shotgun.
One. It looks
This
cool. You can throw it at the target, yeah.
is not normal, no matter how much the New World Order tells you it is. I will not eat the bugs. I will not live in the pod.
Yeah.
I will not use the shitty shotgun.
This motion is not a difficult movement. It is just different than what most people are used to.
I've heard of him.
Is how
Good
easy
lord.
pump shotgun should
The demonstration. Even the demonstration, the guy is like struggling.
I will not use the shitty shotgun.
This motion is not a difficult movement. It is just different than what most people are used to.
This
He's like, my God.
How easy pump shotgun should be. This is why everybody knows and loves the pump action shotgun. Easy.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about doing a video on this. I've been wanting one of these for a long time. I think they're
That
neat little
looks
shotguns.
so cool.
If you'd like to see this featured in a video, let me know down in the comments. Now, I don't want this gun to exist, and as it turns out, the gun agrees with me because it is constantly trying to kill itself all the time. For example, let's go back to that safety here. So a fun feature about the safety, it disables the trigger.
That was the best 5 seconds of the guy firing it through, remember. Yeah, exactly.
The fine folks at Cabela's who I bought this originally from, specifically the poor guy who had to maintenance it, if you pump the gun on safe, you can break it irrevocably. Just gonna run that by you one more time. If you try to pump the gun while it is on
Paul Herrera was an old school gun guy. He was very educational for firearms. Oh,
the
that
safe
sounds
position, the gun breaks itself.
Designed for maximum performance, built to last.
Oh.
Crossfire.
You know what happens when you flip a regular shotgun to safe
cool.
and pump it?
Frick you.
You pump the gun. A lot of people try to do this when they're trying to unload the gun, as to, be able to safely eject the cartridges without being in the fire position. That made too much sense, because you cannot do it on this gun. Not only that, the entire polymer construction of this weapon
I love a
feels
TUK
like
gun
it's
that
going
breaks
to fall apart in
irrevocably.
a minute.
Yeah.
Even the metal parts, super awkward and flimsy, but especially just this entire receiver
Oh,
group
God.
stock thing. The frame, I guess you would say, is just all pretty much one-piece polymer that feels like it belongs to a $15 paintball gun.
Is that why it sounds like
in
one?
1999, I'd be going to the fucking Better Business Bureau. This gun is genuinely bad as a first draft, but it is comically bad for a production firearm.
You want to see his shotguns don't suck for home defense video? That sounds fun. Sure. Put it in the recommendations. It's polymer, not composite. Are you surprised, Spoon? Are you surprised? It sounds like a toy. It really does. Man's a competitive shooter, was in the Marines, deployed overseas, became an instructor in the National Guard, 20 years of service. Wow. Sounds like a Chad.
It's like they didn't even bother getting their start in gunsmithing
It is a
and weapons
toy,
design
yeah.
before shitting this together. I mean, they could have done at sdi.edu using the links in the description, but
Good plug.
Even do that.
Good plug.
But you know what? Maybe that's my fault. Maybe I should just maintenance the gun. I should just, lubricate it and just take it apart and make sure that everything is clean, there's no burrs, and maybe it would be running better.
Can you even take it apart?
I can't. You're not supposed to. Hey, I was highly advised.
You can't even take it apart to clean it? Wait, Palmer, no wonder it's sexy. You can't even clean it properly? Is that what I'm hearing here?
Against opening this gun up and checking out the guts, which I love to do, but apparently this gun just breaks itself again.
Built to last.
It actually specifies in the owner's
Good
manual
Lord.
that the owner of the gun is not supposed to disassemble it. You're supposed
Dude.
to send it back to Crossfire so one of their armorers can take a look at it, or take it to a Crossfire-approved gunsmith, which you
What?
can't do because Crossfire went out of business before Shrek came out. It's got a
I
really
wonder
cool feature
why.
where if you unscrew the bottom of the grip here, it moves and fuck you, man. I don't care.
Oh.
If you really want to make this gun absolutely impossible to use, you could take out the optional foregrip.
Crossfire does offer an accessory forward assist handle if needed.
I give up. Fuck this gun.
Boy.
Pretty sure I
Is
broke
this the last
Now,
gun they
Brandon,
made?
why are you
Probably.
giving the
It might have been the
Crossfire-
first, too.
such a hard time. I mean, it was the assault weapons ban, the government's cracking down on what you can and cannot manufacture. All sorts of companies had to do stupid things to make their guns compliant. Why are you harping on this one so much? Well,
Because it's so
because
badly
they didn't
designed.
have to go as far as they did. This gun
Yeah.
right here is the Daewoo DR200. This was a perfectly legal gun to own and import during the assault weapons ban. It is a semi-automatic 5.56. Objectively better in every single conceivable way. Fun little history fact.
Because if this came out in 1999 and Shrek came out in 2000,
This
yeah.
bad boy was actually the Roof Korean special. Yes, when our Oriental
Oh!
friends were voting from the rooftops, they were using this. And if you
The legendary roof Koreans. That's base. That's
heard
super base.
Daewoo and you thought, hey, is that the car manufacturer? Yes, it's actually the same company. They're also the same manufacturer as the USAS 12, which we just recently did a video on as well. But as you can see, no stupid gimmicks, no pump
Roof
action needed.
Koreans, yeah. I love the roof
This
Koreans.
is a semi-automatic
Standing up
5.56
for what they
rifle,
believe in.
Or 223 if you really want to actually.
And
The only
protecting
thing
their
they needed to be
property.
compliant was smaller magazines, even though it takes standard capacity magazines and extended capacity just fine. And this thumbhole stock right here. Thumbhole stocks were actually very popular during the assault weapons ban, where you had things like even AKs had the Mac 90s with the thumbhole stocks. The point being, my dear Dr. Grant, is that no matter how hard the government will crack down, life finds a way. And you can
Do you remember the incident with the Japanese men? Banning things will not make them go away. It just makes the bad people have them, and not the good people have them. That's how it works.
still end up with a pretty cool rifle, which a lot of times can still be converted to its original assault configuration. You don't have to do dumb shit like that. Also, I just really want to show off the Daewoo for you anime fans out there. You're pretty fucking weird, but I still love you. I throw you a bone every now and again. I've been thinking a lot about my final thoughts on the Crossfire
I'm not even that
Mark
much of an
I.
anime fan.
It's
I just look like one.
piece of firearm history due to the assault weapons ban and some of the crazy things that came out of it. Thank you for that. Is it just an overall failure of overzealous weapons designers, probably on substances, trying to just shit something out to make a quick buck? And I think where I've landed on it is I want to say that this gun is just fucking gay. But then I thought about it a little harder, and I realized that the gay community does not deserve to be lumped in with this gun.
Oof.
They didn't do anything to wrong me in such a way that I would include them with this, so I'll settle for cursed. This is the most cursed production firearm I've ever shot.
It's pretty dang bad, yeah. Good lord.
Whatever.
Just give up.
That's the Crossfire Mark I. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video more than I enjoyed filming it, because I'll be honest, bad weapon design puts me in a bad mood.
That's
But
fair.
aside from how shitty this gun may
It's
or may
funny,
not
though.
be, what do you think about the Crossfire Mark I? Is it a cool concept that was very poorly executed?
I don't
Are you
even think it was
Crossfire
a decent
defender
concept.
full of copium? Or do you think it was just a bad idea from the start and there's a reason why nobody's really done it since? I know we got some cool range content coming out in the next couple weeks, including Ted Kaczynski and killing Hitler. I'm not kidding. But you have to go down and subscribe to make sure those pop up in your feed.
This should be fun.
I appreciate you guys for giving me the best job on the planet. I appreciate you. Thank you for staying all the way to the end of the video. And I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers next time. Thanks.
Fuel is my obsession to make the perfect weapon, like Rasputin's rise to the top.
Yeah, those have things I forgot.
It's like paying good money for a high-end blue chip hooker and getting your Uncle Jerry in a banana hammock instead.
You couldn't get through the line.
I'm not sure if I can get this line out. That's like paying money for a high-end blue chip hooker and getting your Uncle Jerry in a banana hammock instead.
Oi.
So close. Not the bees! Not the bees!
GTA 4 first one? What did the Rukin? You would have thought we would have learned that banning doesn't work back in the Prohibition time. Yeah, banning works sometimes if you're some authoritarian state. Also, not trying to start a debate, so I'll not comment further. No, even in authoritarian states, you get black markets. Gotta get my bathtub moonshine. It's gay and fake. Yeah, the gun. Just if it just gets jammed, that would be fine. But you literally can't do anything with it. The concept probably would have some niche market. Niche market. Dead gay, really? Yeah. Something that probably I'm sure he'll have some, because he does recreations, so. I mean, I'd like a shotty and a rifle together, I guess. This is a better deal than that plastic crap, yeah. Well, I recently watched an unsubscribed podcast episode with the Act Man, and he brought a 1943 translated version of the Red Book, and the translator really did not like Hitler. That's fair. Each pump sounds like a cheap dollar store knockoff Nerf gun. Yeah. Oof. The Zip 22 was the worst gun ever manufactured. Enter this MF. Oof. Bethesda guns are not real. They cannot hurt you. Bethesda guns. Oof. Hitler was also gay and fake. Yes. This is true. This is true. A grenade launcher and a rifle works. Oof. Next time on the Variety live streams, what will chat get me to watch next? Who knows? Check us out next time. Same rat time. Same rat channel. Please follow on Twitch if you want to see these live. If you like this video, please like and subscribe on YouTube. I hope you have a good day, and thank you for your time.